welcome back. So today we are doing yet another cosplay. So this will be cosplay number 3 if you guys are counting out there. And we are switching back now to another Pokemon. So we probably won't always go back and forth between Pokemon and Pokemon trainers, but that's just how it's falling right now. So we are also going to up the difficulty of what we are doing as far as cosplay techniques. So we're going to throw in some more techniques, make things a little more difficult. So the cosplays will probably be getting a little bit longer in times for being posted. So this time we are going to be doing Celebi. So I'm very, very excited. I love Celebi, my little grass and psychic type Pokemon. He looks like a little time traveling fairy. Love him. Collect all of his cards. So we are doing the green Celebi, okay? So we're not gonna make everything from scratch, but you know what this means, right? We're making wings. So I'm very, very excited for that. We get to make a pair of wings. We're gonna have some fairy ears. We get to style a wig, not just with like a hairdo, but actually like putting it up into a whole different shape. We're gonna put it up into the shape of basically Celebi's head or hair, kind of how it looks like a leaf. And then with some like antenna. So very excited for that. So again, unlike how we did it with the Pokemon trainer last time, where we went kind of piece by clothing piece, because Pokemon trainers have a very set outfit, whereas Pokemon cosplays, you guys don't know what I'm envisioning. So I'm going to try to describe what I'm envisioning now, and then I'll just show you each step of the way, and then you guys can see the final product at the end. I could show you guys my sketch of what I am envisioning for Celebi, but I am not a drawer, sketcher by any means. I'm a painter, which is why I have so much acrylic paint lying around here to do all this watered down acrylic stuff. So my sketches are not the best. It's more for my reference. So I will not be showing those because I'm sure you guys will get a really good laugh out of how bad they are. So if you want me to show them, just leave a comment down below and I can give you a quick like flash of my sketches to see, but I won't be posting them anywhere. So what I'm envisioning for Celebi is basically like a forest fairy. We're going to do wings. We're going to have the wig styled up into, like I said, the shape of Celebi's head. We're going to have a green outfit, of course. Basically, I'm thinking of a romper with a overtop sweater that's cropped, very raw hemmed edges of that sweater. Boot covers basically coming up to the thigh, almost connecting to the end of the bottom of the romper, so not much actual leg being shown at all. And the romper is going to obviously match the boot covers to keep with that consistent coloring of the Celebi character. So already found my romper, and I bet you guys know where I found it at. On sale from Forever 21. Like always. I tried to look other places, guys, but honestly, it was cheapest at Forever 21. I just need to change the color. So here's my romper. It's just a cute little romper, you know, very nice. And I'm going to make the boot covers from this. So this needs to match this. So I will be changing the color to match this to get that bright green Celebi color. And then I have my sweater for up top just a more muted green, just how Celebi has that muted green up top. I'll be doing kind of a raw hem edge, cutting it here, and I'll show you guys that. And last, for what I have so far, is the material for the wings. So it's a very translucent material. It kind of has a little bit of a, almost looks like a little like vein kind of look to it, which I like for the wings. And then some wire to keep the structure of the wings. So that's everything I have so far. We're probably gonna start with the romper because it's the main section and then kind of work out from there. All right, so let's just jump right in, right? All right, starting off with the romper. All right, back of the romper, front of the romper. We're gonna mix up a bright green using some acrylic paint, water it down, and test out a spot on the romper and see how it comes. Hi guys, so I am almost done with the romper and turning it into the brighter green that I want. So I'm gonna grab it and show you guys real quick. So, if I don't knock over everything. So, this is what I have done so far. It's still a little wet, but you can see it's turning into that bright, vibrant green that I want that Celebi has on the bottom half there. All right, so I just waiting for this to dry so I can lay it down. I only have so much space here. Then I can do the rest of it. All right, so while that dries and then we finish it, I'm going to move on and do the sweater part. So for the sweater part, I want this to go up top because Celebi does have, his bottom half is more that bright, vibrant green. The top is more of this muted green color. So for this, I want to cut this front piece kind of in a, an arch shape, and so you can see that if you saw in the romper, it kind of has like a V-neck shape, just like Celebi's shape on his body. So we kind of stick to that true form for Celebi. I want you to be able to see that. So I'll probably cut the front here. I also want all of the edges to be frayed edges, not these nice cut shaped hems. Because if you think of it, forest fairy, they're going through the forest, going between twigs and things, they're not going to have nice hems. Probably frayed and everything. There's probably going to be some wear and tear on this, so I might add some like dark, muddy like spots just to kind of show some wear and tear. So that's what I want to do for this. So I'll probably end up cutting these sleeves just a little off and then just kind of pulling the threads out to do those kind of frayed edges. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing along the way, and we will just see how it turns out.
It's sunny as I fall out from the sky, and I'm wondering what I do. Just a moment ago, been on the perfectly go. get behind all the things people do as if it's all of mine. Now I won't, and isn't it funny to have them walk in sunlight? Then I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time of thinking of what do I do. All trees go blossom, time is flying, days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street.
I'm going to show you guys what I am doing for Celebi's wings. So I'm going to explain how I'm making the wings and then kind of give you guys a fast forward of me making them. So I am using silver plated wire for the exterior, basically to hold the shape of the wing and to go through the middle in a few sections where I have the design to kind of stabilize it so they're not just flopping around behind me and they're not just falling forward, so they actually remain out and stiff like wings. I don't want them, sad, droopy wings. I want nice, Celebi, happy wings, right? So, silver plated wire for that is what I want. I wanted silver tones for the wings. Obviously, with me buying sheer fabric for the wings, little bit might be seen through the fabric. So, wanted to get a color that I knew I was kind of going with for the wings overall. So, what I did was, if you can see this down here, I drew out what I wanted for the wings as far as the shape, how large I wanted it, and what the design was that I wanted for them. And I will show you guys real quick. So we're going on a trip. Quick trip. So very, very messy. The other side is basically just the reverse. So one side I'm going to do for one wing, and then I'm just going to flip it over to the other wing. Just so they match up if I have a little bit of variation in them as far as, one side's a little more curved versus flat. So I'm going to hold the wire down and shape it into the outer shape of the wing. As I shape it, I obviously need it to stay where it's at. So I have some heavy soup cans to sit on top of it to hold it down. You can use, paper weights. I also have like ceramics, and anything to really hold it down as you shape it. And then I'm going to, at the end, wrap it around what I have lying around, which is a lollipop stick. I think I had it from last Christmas making fake lollipops for a Candyland Christmas tree. So that's going to be to hold the wing in place and basically go on my back. This will be wrapped in like foam and something softer to go on my back so that it's not uncomfortable, but we'll get there. Fabric for the wings is obviously sheer. I like this fabric because, as you can see, there's like little crinkles through it, and to me that kind of looks like little veins going through the wings, so I really like that. So that's gonna be just hot glued to the wire once we shape it. Alright, so we'll get started, and then to put that design on the wing, we have some t-shirt paint or fabric paint. I think it's just fabric paint, yeah. So I have silver and I have some glitter, so I wanted to do both on here. Not acrylic for this because I wanted it to kind of be 3D, to look like kind of like veins going through the wings. So that's why I chose the puffy t-shirt paint and not acrylic, because acrylic's going to dry flat. It's not going to be puffy like I wanted it to be. So we have that. So I actually finished the first wing, so I'm going to show you guys that one. I might add a little more shading to it, which is just watered down acrylic. So I'm going to grab that and show you guys. So this is the first wing. As you can see up close, the fabric. I outlined it in the silver. There's t-shirt paint. There's, you can't see it very well on here, but there is the glitter paint over top of it. In the sun, it looks very nice. And when you hold it up to the light, I did outline a lot of those crinkles in the glitter paint, so it looks like glittery veins going through the wing. It's really, really cute. I really like it. So, and then I shaded some up here with just some watered down acrylic, if you guys can see that. I'm going to actually add some more, make it a little darker, make the gradient more, and I shaded some down here. So I'm definitely going to add some more shading with some watered down acrylic. I'm very excited how the first one turned out. I will show you guys how I make the second, so you can see everything that I just detailed and how I made this one. Okay, so let's go.
Walk in sunlight, then I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time. Thinking of what do I do? All trees go blossom, time is flying. Days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street. They get me sometimes, drag out from the sky, and now I'm wondering how it was. Just a moment ago, being on the perfectly glow, kept following birds a few. They flew in sunlight there. I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time. Thinking of what do I do? All trees go blossom, time is flying. Days of spring will never come like these. I love the rain, it sounds die. They die away down on the street. I get them out of my mind. All the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time. Thinking of what do I do? I get them out of my mind. Then all the things I used to do ain't gonna waste my precious time. Thinking of what do I do? All trees go blossom, time is flying. Days of spring will never come like these. I
on to the next item for Celebi. So I am doing the boot covers next. And I'm going to show you guys the boots that I'm going to wear. So thigh-high boots. So these are the boots that I'm going to wear. They're just regular thigh-high boots. These are just ones I found that stay up really well. A lot of thigh-high boots I found kind of slouch and fall down. These stay up really well, so I tend to use them a lot and just make boot covers for various cosplays in them. And they're very comfy to wear around. Obviously, not the color I want for Celebi. I want them to be this neon green, like the romper, to match what Celebi's, main body color is, that bright, vibrant green. So, obviously need to make some boot covers to cover it up. So, that's what this fabric's for. First thing, typically for a boot cover, is you put on the boots. So I put the boots on, just one of them, and then wrapped my leg, which was in the boot, in plastic wrap. And then some, you can use duct tape, but I use painter's tape. I just find it a little easier to use myself. And then draw a line down the front and then the back, both in the center. And then around the base where your foot is. And then you cut yourself out of it. And from that, you basically can, so this is what it looked like once it was cut out. So plastic wrap and then the painter's tape, and then I cut myself out of it. And then this is going to be your template. So I then traced this onto computer paper to get my template to draw into fabric. Then I also had the outline for the base. The only thing that I did wrong was I didn't want this. I wanted to go straight across for the boot. That was the only thing I did wrong. Alright, so now I have it on the fabric and I'm ready to sew it. So I'm going to show you the outfit I have so far, and then we're going to work on styling the wig. I kept this to last because honestly, it was the most intimidating thing. As you can see, it's completely down. It's a long hairstyle. It's not a pulled back hairstyle at all. And that's kind of what I want to go for having that Celebi kind of up swoop. For how Celebi's head shape is. Kind of looks like a leaf, So let me show you the outfit first. I'm gonna grab it. As you can see, we have the boot covers. No boots inside them right now. I added non-slip grips on the bottom for when I'm walking on, hardwood floors and things. I have them attached by these little vines here. I'm just having attached them in the back as well. I have my romper all painted. So you can see it's kind of faded in some areas, darker in others. I think I'm going to do the same to the boot covers. To me, that's more of forest fairy, it's not going to be one solid color. There might be more faded areas, darker areas. If Celebi's flying through the forest, that's just me. So I'm gonna do the boots to match as kind of this like faded, kind of darker in some areas design. I have the sweater here that I distressed on the ends, all frayed. I have a hole in the back for the wings. And these here, so the romper is very short. Very short. So I whipped up a pair of stretch shorts with the extra fabric I had left over from the boot covers. Alright. Let's see. Let's see if it stayed, but it's really not. So, you can really buy spandex shorts from like Amazon, but I wanted to add these like frills on the end that the romper has. So when I put these under the romper, it just looks like the romper has 2 layers of these frills on the end. And I don't have to worry about the romper being a little too short on me. And the last thing I did was I cut this out. I cut the big, there was like 2 big, I don't know what you call it. I can't think of the word, but, oh gosh, I'm gonna think of this later. But there was 2 big holes for the laces to go through, so I cut those off. I added some Velcro, and then I added 4 grommets. Grommets, that's it. 4 grommets on each side of my own, and made it a tighter lace up for the top, so it'd be more fitted on the top, and then big on the bottom. So it kind of gives me a more pear shape, more of a how Celebi shape is. So that was the last tweak I've done so far for the whole outfit. So there you go. And the very last thing is the wings. So I'm gonna add some more shading to these, tweak it a little. So I have some of the sweater material that I cut off so that it blends in with the sweater once I stick this through. So this sits up against my back. I have 2 armholes on each side at the top to go through my arms. This strap goes across my upper chest, and then this strap goes right here under my bust line. So it stays pretty secure. So that's the wings. Now we're going to move on to the wig. So like I said, this has been very intimidating for how I'm going to style this. As you can see, it is, I pinned up a little bit on the top for kind of how much I want to go up into the Celebi swoop at the top. But it's just a regular cheap wig. You can see the wig through this up at the top. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of like cutting this off, adding it to the top. I can't just bring it up, take the hair and bring it up like this and cut it off, because all the fibers are pointing downward, and to bring it up, it's gonna look really bulky and not set flat how I want it to. So we're gonna end up cutting a lot of it off and just re-gluing it back on. So it's gonna be a lot of work, and I'm hoping I don't mess it up, because otherwise I'll have to buy a new one. It was only $9.99 from Amazon, so if I do completely mess it up, it's not the end of the world. But I would prefer not to, so let's just get started and see how it goes. finally completed. This is the final version. As you can see, it's a very structured wig. It's not going anywhere. It sits on my head more like a hat than a wig. I'm not going to be able to style it anymore from here. It's very, very stiff. Lots of hot glue and Mod Podge throughout here. As you can see, the bangs are still free from Mod Podge. They're very flexible still. That's so that they can blow in the wind. I can, cover my forehead. I can cover my ears on the side where my fairy ears are going to go on. You can see the inside still. And then I have little bits in the back. You can see kind of like little baby hairs. I'm going to wear a bald cap with this so that my baby hairs don't show through, because I do have dark hair. So that's the basic structure. None of this hair is from another wig. It's all from the very first wig that you guys saw me start with. So luckily I didn't have to buy another wig to add any additional hair to it. So luckily it was enough hair. And I even had enough to add the antennae. So. And the color is just, again, watered down acrylic paint. So here's the wig. So let's put it all together and go frolic through the forest like Celebi.